What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know the vibes, man. Is anyone else's CDL pickups for the second major chalked, or is it just me? Their form compared to every other team, I don't know if they can be Paris. I think Paris Legion is going to win this series. I do. No, it's everyone. Okay, cool. It has been an interesting start, guys, to the second major of the year. I haven't seen anyone have good pick'ems so far during this major, and it was the first time I predicted LA Thieves to lose. But in this video, guys, I just kind of want to give you guys a quick breakdown, my reaction to the two series that LA Thieves have played so far in the major, between Paris and London. All right, guys, so starting with the first map versus Paris, I just want to show you something that I honestly was very happy to see, and I didn't see it as often as I would like to have with the old lineup with Temp and Slasher. So it's a close game. LA Thieves down by a couple points, but just look at the mini map. Look at how well LA Thieves controls this bottom plane hill and just plays their life. Okay, they make themselves a hard kill. You can see TJ's already thinking about starting an early rotation, but the people in the hill, we have Venom in the hill, Draza is working around plane area. They're not over challenging. Now obviously that doesn't mean you're going to be able to get a full 60, but the fact that they were able to soak up that much time on that bottom plane by not giving an easy kill to anyone on Paris is huge. And then as I'm talking about that, you can see Kenny making that rotation, flipping the spawns out for the Wood Hill, which is a money hill on this map, right? I mean, he's playing very well with the main AR since he did switch to that main AR role. But I just want to talk about having someone like Kenny run a Krieg and even Draza, right? Because he's kind of the second AR. This game right now, guys, it's very positionless, and it's been like that in past CODs. And I know Cap got roasted a lot, but the traditional main AR player isn't as impactful in this game compared to others, right? If you were to compare it to the last boots on the ground game, not MW, because that was MW, like World War II. It is very good, especially on 60 hertz. The pros say the Krieg is the best gun on 60 hertz, which only they play on, right, in these private servers. So when you have someone with insane talent like Ken running it, and his movement, how fluid he is around the map, he is a lot faster, right, than someone who would normally play that traditional AR role, kind of like Slasher. And just to touch on that, like I said, if you look at most traditional ARs in this game, with no disrespect, they're kind of just there. Like they're not doing much. Like none of them are having great seasons this year. Realistic, if you look at stats, some are having like main AR seasons, and that's just because it's so hard with whether you have the Krieg or whatnot to play that role, especially with how fast the AK-74, the subs, move. So I like this move. A lot of people hated it. I like this move. But now let's get into the listen. Now I want to see how the vibes are for this team. As you can see too, they're doing a great job of holding that. I don't even know, people call A lane hill while holding spawns for wood, which I said the money hill. So I mean, that's great fundamentals. Try and keep it scrappy. You have a lead, keep that A lane hill scrappy, and then really just kind of put the dagger in them in this wood hill. Now it obviously doesn't always go that way, but you got to appreciate the effort, and the vibes are good. The vibes are good. They sound alive. Watching them with Slasher in the starting lineup, they sounded like they didn't even want to play. Super monotone. They just seem dead. Now you may think this is kind of chaotic, and I could agree with you for a little bit, but I would take this with the high energy over clearer comms that sounds like no one wants to be there. You can feel the passion, you can feel the effort, and it's showing. They're up by damn near 100 points. The vibes are good. Kenny looks great. Draza looks great right now with the man ARs. Both of them played fantastic in this series. Now, here's another situation that I want to touch on. The game is close. Paris not only has control of the hill, but they also have good spawns for the wood hill, which, depending on how many points they could potentially get here, they could win the game. Okay. And this is just fundamental COD. The assembly line, as you can see, number 2 and 3, well, 2 just died, but 2 and 3 spawned up first. They took the long route, and in this situation, long route is getting plane control, okay, and letting the people coming off spawn, who is 1 and 4 and now will be 2, to be able to hit the hill. So if you get these kills around plane, it draws attention to you, as you can see Paris Legion, and it catches the enemy off guard for that split second to where the players coming off spawn can hit the hill. So they get that kill in plane, it draws attention to them. The players off spawn can then hit the hill. If you do it correctly and you get your trades, you're going to be able to secure X amount of time. You're gonna be able to break a hill. Plays like that, the old LA Thieves team, they would just be hit, like the first 2 people would be rushing the front of the hill, as you can see on the minimap, and just dying, because that is the quickest route to whatever hill it is. People are gonna be watching that. You need to throw people off. You needed to get them to look another direction. And I have to give respect to Paris. They brought this game back. It got close at the end. But besides some of those key things that I saw that I thought were great on the side of LA Thieves, I could just tell from the listening, their vibes were great. Their communication was on point. You felt the passion. But more importantly, the fact that they were playing their life a lot more, not ego challenging everything. It makes breaking hills so much easier. Like, they weren't doing that at all. And as you can see, this is mixy, but they're winning the trades, and that's how it goes. And they start out big. They go up 1-0 versus Paris. Now, moving on to map number 2, guys, this was a absolute blowout. Boys beat the brakes off Paris 6-0, and it was just plays like this that made me happy watching as a fan. Okay, I'll break it down. This is super simple, but it is raid, as you could tell, and they're in a 4v3. They know they have the advantage. They know that they have B bomb site, okay, but they don't want to just try and put the bomb down, make it essentially a 3v3 for the time being that they are planning, and trap themselves, right? Have no control. So that's why you can see the 3 players on LA are pushing up to laundry. They just want to clear. They don't care if there is a guy jungle, which there is, their back kitchen, whatever. They just want to make sure that there is no immediate pressure to them playing the bomb. And then you have TJ just watching the flank. Okay, because they don't want to trap themselves. You don't want to plant and then be trapped on the bomb, trapped in ring. You want to have control of the map. You want to be able to split it. You see how they're kind of splitting the map down the middle? That is ideal, and you love to see it. And then look at how they're playing. T just going to be playing his life in art, and the other 3 are all stacked up together, not trying to ego chow anything, right? They're getting info, they're throwing shoulders, but they're in a position where they can trade.
Jungle, but that's exactly where everybody stacked up, and Draza just needs to call it out for his teammates. The help is there, the kills,
and there you go. That is how it should be, right there. No one over peaked and died and gave them an opening. They played close enough together to where they could react to any situation, whether Paris was trying to come through laundry, whether they were trying to full flank through art, whether they were trying to hit pillars, whatever the case may be. But so just watch how they trade this. Tej, huge win, staying alive. Ken then catches someone off guard around pool house, because now they're worried. They saw at least 2 people flanking, so now Paris is worried about them. And now just look at how they attack. They're all right next to each other. Obviously that was a 4v2, but that was a perfect retake. This is the last point that I'll make on this map. Venom with the huge first blood, but look at how they're playing this. So Venom got the first blood. He stays alive, doesn't over challenge, stays alive. They pushed through pool, well, up to the pool steps. Didn't see anyone. Venom obviously called out multiple people going B. So what do? They trap them in. This is how you retake. Kenny is slow playing because he knows that, Paris could probably be pushing through laundry, trying to get control. But look at the other 3 on the mini map. You You see how Scraps just dies right here? This is a great spot by Kenny. But that is what I mean. That's what LA Thieves was doing. They were over peeking. He's peeking this, not knowing if there's going to be one person there or 4 people there. And look at his teammates. They're nowhere near him to be able to trade. Okay. Penny playing super smart, getting the pick. They're just breaking them down at this point. Easy 6-0. Had control of the whole map. Like, that was a damn near perfect S&D out of LA Thieves. Now in control, guys, once again, another great example of just good teamwork. You can tell that they're communicating with each other, making this small talk that it was clear as day the old team was not doing. Okay, they are on defense here. Paris starts out, they get the kills, and they are going to be capping the A point in a second. Look at Draza and Venom. So they know their teammates are coming off spawn, right? Paris is capping A. They know, everyone knows you go for A off rip majority of the time on this map. They're top lane waiting. They're waiting together to see if they can get a pick, but also for Tej and Kane to come off spawn. And then they're going to try and pinch. So even though Ken dies, Venom's able to trade. But look, they're trapping them in. And even though they didn't get a full wipe on them, that could have easily went bad. Paris could have had A off rip right there. Venom and Draza playing their life, waiting for them to come off spawn. Even if it doesn't work out, Draza gets a huge kill. That is how you need to be playing. Draza's going big right here. Now they have control. That could have got out of hand instantly. There's only 45 seconds left on the clock. Okay. If they ran out of playing while Tej and Kenny were dead, you know, they're going to be in a way harder situation to get those kills and break that hold. Then they lose A, they have a life disadvantage. Who knows what happens? And then they do it again here. They're pinching Paris out of A because Paris is essentially trapping themselves. Also want to touch on how well Draza played with that AR. I mean, dude, he's using it as a sub. You know what I'm saying? This is what you can do with the Krieg on 60 hertz in these matches. So when people were roasting him for that move, I don't think they understand how much of the traditional AR playstyle isn't that impactful in this game right now. So that was a round that could have got out of control for LA Thieves rather quickly. But the fact that they stay composed, they had good teamwork, they were waiting, playing their life, it turned a potential 0-1 into a 1-0 for them. Now on their first offense, they're going to go to a listen-in with Paris, but just look at how LA approaches this. So they get the wave of kills. Okay, they have Venom just watching the spawn. He's being able to call the cross to get the info that he needs. But look at the mini map. They have everything covered. They have 2 people on A, 1 watching their side push, 1 watching mid. They have a guy top lane watching top lane. And then Draza, well, he was watching the flank, but he died. But the fact that he was able to pick it up and get the info is huge. Easy cap. Easy. No one overextended. No one tried to do too much. They all did one thing, and it was the only thing that each of them needed to do to secure that point. That's all they need to worry about. They don't need to worry about lives, anything else, pushing out, getting spawn kills. It's just capping the A point. That's it for that moment. Okay, they weren't trying to do step 3 before step 1. You love to see it. And then you love to see this. They get another wave of kills, and look at how they all just collapse on the B point. It's impossible. This round is over. It's so simple, but so many pro teams fail to realize this. Simple as that. They're not what are they doing? Look at them. They're all 4 on it. It's so fast. I think it's like, what, 7 seconds when you're 4 stacked on the point. And I know that might seem like common sense, okay, but I'm sure you guys have watched enough checkmate control to where pro teams don't do it. LA Thieves was not really making plays like that. Like, that was such an easy offensive round for them because they didn't try and do too much. They played their lives, their teamwork. Look, great. Look, they're smiling. You could tell the passion is there. So now this is tough. This is a tough spot for LA Thieves to be in. Paris got A instantly. They have a live lead. by a decent amount. But Paris isn't, look, what I just talked about. They're not stacking. So this gives LA time to try and pinch Paris and trap them, essentially, right? And just look at how they play this after they get these kills. Kenny's holding the A lane. He gets naded. They're putting pressure on the bottom side of the map. They're trying to. Draza sees that his teammates go down, and just watch. Gets one, gets info on Scraps, that's top lane, but now he's being annoying. He's relieving the pressure because Paris needs to worry about him. Great shots by Draza. And even though he dies there, he relieved the pressure. Okay, if he wouldn't have made that play, there's a good chance Paris would have been able to get complete control and put LA Thieves on the back foot. But because he made that play, now it's swapped. Paris is on the back foot. And look, they have complete control. They have complete control of top and bottom plane. But look at how they play this. No one is trying to push up and get spawn kills. They know there's only 40 seconds left before they win the round, before they win the map, before they win the series. Look at how they're all positioning themselves. Like, I mean, this is flawless. They're watching every lane. They're not over challenging. They're obviously winning the gunfights, like, to a T. This is the LA Thieves that I've been waiting to see. And I was surprised they won this series, especially in this fashion, because this was dominant. This is the most dominant series win I think I've seen out of LA Thieves so far in the CDL season. And look, they're smiling. They're hyped. The passion is there. The vibes are flowing. Obviously, it's not all down to vibes. You know, you have to be making the right plays, making the right team plays. Okay. LA Thieves was struggling with their past team in making those correct fundamental plays. The biggest takeaways that I have from this series was just their communication. The vibes felt good. The vibes were high. They sound like they won the play together. The communication was great. Everyone was participating. Kenny and Draza looked fantastic in those AR roles. Obviously, adding Draza and Kenny to those roles, you're going to be a lot faster around the map, right? Than, say, have someone like Slasher running it. But more importantly, the biggest thing that I saw that I loved was their teamwork. They waited for each other. They played their lives. They made themselves a hard kill on the map. Okay, when you do that and you can be that annoying player who is just like doing everything he can not to give away his life, it is tough to deal with when you're the enemy team. Because if you don't have an easy kill, that means you're the easy kill. You see what I'm saying? You're having to put yourself in a bad position to get a kill on one of them to where they have a teammate watching over or a teammate close enough to trade when they die. You absolutely love to see it. Okay, this was great out of LA Thieves. This is the performance they needed. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of my quick breakdown, just a couple points that I wanted to bring up. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want me to do this for more series, maybe I do it for the LA Thieves versus the London Royal Ravens or other series, Optic versus Toronto, let me know. But as always, thank y'all for the love, man. It feels good to be back. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see y'all next video. The kid is out.